jungle in terms of watching it.
Oh, okay,
In terms of watching it, I don't know. I just find it a lot more interesting, maybe because it's got that little twinge of novelty compared to the jungle. That's just. Yeah.
We might see a lot
Farming
of Lilia
junglers
jungle
aren't
next
as
patch
interesting for me. I'm
because
sorry.
she's very strong. She got buffed. She deals a lot of damage to the camps now, but that's future for now. I actually want to talk a little bit more about the Ahri pick here for Dia 1, because he picked Ahri into Talia, and to me this matchup is something you don't really want to see on the Ahri side, because it basically takes away Ahri's ability to dash freely in lane if Talia plays it smartly, right? So is this another Dia 1 ego pick, like all of his Gragas's, some of the other champs?
Yeah, it's definitely it's definitely not the ideal pick for the lane. It's also not going to have anyone be able to match the early priority. You really need those levels in your orb of deception to get things going. So it's just you're going to be a little bit behind Froggy for the early games. And yeah, that's kind of the nature of this matchup. It's great. It's great for the Lilia to just keep Shillelagh distance from the side of the Gwen. Bit of an interesting hook, but
well, we started Carl, but we're still looking for a little bit of action here. Nice accuracy from Palette so far on the bot lane, but both of these side lanes have some potential to be explosive, but I don't really expect anything to happen. But now that I've said that, it's an Emperor against Hasmid, so some solo kill is probably going to happen over there. My eyes are much more focused on the junglers, though, because both of these games so far, BeamJ has kind of lost his mind in the early game, and this is the most quiet of jungle early games we've seen so far. Just a little bit of trading of sides, as we see DNK actually rushing over to his top side, so we might collide at top Scuttlecrab at the current trajectory, I feel like.
Yeah, so most of these games we've had DNK trying to mess with BJ a little bit, and it's worked out all right. It's forced him into a bit of a strange positions. This time around, just easily clearing away. DNK skipping these Raptors signals to me he wants to try and punish Hasmid, which absolutely fair enough. That's a completely reasonable thing to do up against such the amount of shove this Lilia is putting out. Don't necessarily know if it can convert that into a kill, but can definitely ease up the pressure onto Enper. As both crabs.
Look at this move.
Alright. But by not doing that, both crabs secured for the side of SGB. It's not a double crab for the jungler, but it's denial.
Yeah, and it's so much vision to work with as well. With Froggy's constant pressure, Taki unfortunately spotted for the side of SGB, so no early gank. But that's just full control. That also puts DNK basically on just a cooldown, because there's nothing for him to do in the jungle. Everything is taken down. He can't invade the enemy jungle. And with all three lanes priority for SGB, they are feeling really confident in this early game and finally getting out of the first 5 minutes without casualties on their side.
Yeah, and this should definitely give BJ the opportunity to just feel pretty comfortable. You don't have to scale till 6. Taki feeling the downside of Nautilus, you miss a hook, you're going in, baby. And that's just really unfortunate. It gives a really nice trade to the side of SGB, but yeah, BJ's more than happy to play it slow until 6. At that point, you have great gank potential on the Vi pre-6, but 6 is great. You love it. You want to be able to take that opportunity, go straight towards DO1, and you can't dash away anymore.
Yeah, and both teams actually playing well with vision. Yeah, I think Hasmid should be able to just stack Qs and run away. Oh, I'm saying that. Enper proc Ghost. That's a chase, but Hasmid still a lot of movement speed. He has to flash. Enper, I talked about the solo kills. Hasmid, whoa, he's playing with fire.
Yeah.
That's a really good win for Enper though, because look at the position in this lane now. He can freeze under his tower if he so chooses, and Hasmid already spent his teleport, so that's... And Hasmid also instantly investing into MR, so it seems like Enper is winning these early exchanges. Just in terms of pressure, Hasmid with a counter pick, not really successful in the first few instances.
It looks like he's definitely not quite as adept with this one as perhaps Nagira is, but still should overall throughout the existence of this lane, build up that advantage, still be more than fine. But yeah, no flash now, gives the target for DNK to try and make his way up there and convert that into a proper kill. It's a much slower game, small CS advantages of those off the back of the lanes. Just not quite coming into fruition, and we just need to see a little bit of pressure. Taki is going to have a lot of fun just escaping lane and roaming, but Emplat's going to do his best to match. Small level
That's
advantage.
dangerous. Two people waiting for Taki to move into action. They don't know about each other's movements, and Taki's just stealing a little bit of XP, finally hitting level 4. But now, a little bit of an opportunity for SBTC to maybe get the first dragon. Ooh, there's a lot of action that is kind of... They're trying to go for these plays, but they're a little bit hesitant. No one wants to throw away the whole series. It's a super important game for both teams. And so we end up with a VCS game. It's looking at 7 minutes on the clock and no kills so far. But BJ really wants to change this fact, as Enper is under a lot of pressure. No summoner spells available. If BJ gets his ultimate through this wave, they might be able to kill him under tower.
Yeah, could be more than enough. Floating Lullaby
Last one
comes
with the
down.
ultimate. There we go. Easy kill. Hasmet with the first blood. What a nice gank from BJ to set up his top laner, bailing out Hasmet's earlier failure, and that's exactly the start you wanted for your top lane counter pick.
Yeah, and Dia just getting caught in that seismic shove means that the trade goes great for Fergie despite the complete lack of mana. It's just good pressure. SGB feeling very happy about that one. Wukong was making his way towards that top side, but just a little bit late. Hasmed wants another one, feeling spicy. The regen should be just enough for DNK though. But yeah, really coming together now. Feeling a little
no.
Okay, something happened bot lane.
Shogun trying to chase it down. Yeah, he has flash available, but I think might have been lethal with a flash. Celebrity doesn't have heal, so Celebrity needs to be very, very careful here. Shogun with attack reset, and maybe if it's a Q, auto attack into W reset should be a kill on Celebrity, but he gets away. Might be another instance of Taki extending. Yep, there we go. Taki hooking into the shield, and then also Dia1 with a really good roam.
Yep, not much for it. Really well played, really well baited by Palette. Shogun able to just crank out the damage though, which means that overall they end up with a lot of pressure in the lane that can crash that wave comfortably. And pressure Shogun on the bot side. As DNK forced back by Hasmed and top as well means a free Rift Herald that they can put down at their leisure, pick a lane they want to break out, and just go for that.
It seems like they're focusing their efforts on the top side. You can see 2 pink wards invested to control that side of the area. But SGB actually with the opportunity, pretty rare nowadays, to get both of the early objectives, because they had the time to reset. The kill in bot lane didn't actually change anything about the map state. In fact, it actually cost Dia1 a little bit of reset time, so SGB with good punishes, very quick adaptation. They lost the kill, but now they might be very far ahead in objective gain. Hasmed under pressure though, he's getting ganked. Can he get out of here? He's trying to go away from DNK, very smart pathing, and he's fast. One more Q stack. Oh, good slow. Hasmed just needs to get away from Emper. Nope. That's another solo kill.
That's another solo kill. It's bad. It's unfortunate for DNK spending all that time up there getting nothing, but it's good for Emper's stats, and that's the most important thing. Nothing can be done on the other side. The bot lane from SBTC scare them away from Dragon. Dragons are such an investment right now. Just a bit too hard to just take as a cross map for free.
Good flash from Palette getting away.
Yeah, good flash. Bit of an easy predict from BJ. I think could have just tried to bluff that flash a little bit better. But now you've got the flash from Palette. Feels confident starting up the Dragon with this shove in the bot side as well. But there is
I'm not sure if SBTC has completely given up on this Dragon though. They're still close enough to make a dash for it if they want to. It seems like they've surrendered the Dragon for now. So both early objectives over to SGB, but the kill lead on SE's side. Oh, good dodge for Taki. He might still be under a lot of pressure. There's the flash Celebrity trying to go on Shogun, and he definitely has the chase, but no ultimate. used from Celebrity, so he just walks away. More cull farming. Both are very close to actually completing their cults, so we finally have some items on these ADCs very soon.
Just good force of the getting rid of that Nautilus flash with those soul shackles. And no, D1 finding a good trade in the mid lane as well. We saw the trade-off for the blue buff being handed off to D1 while that dragon was going down. And then they pivoted away, didn't want to try and contest into that river area. White doing his best, throwing out some of the weird ones. It's hard to get on top of Shogun anyway, as Morgana, because the spell shield just comes in and...
You say that, but here we go. DNK is here as well, and I think Shogun is down for... Oh, very good flash. Forces the counter flash from DNK and the flash from Celebrity. So honestly, doing really well there. Might even delay the taking of any plates, because everyone got very low with this one. And we see some pinks coming in from SGB. They might look to retaliate. It's still a kill over to the side of SBTC, but this frees up a lot of time and resets for SGB. So not quite as clean of a dive as they wanted.
Yeah, I mean, I did say that it was a little bit hard, and they did go straight on to Shogun, but I was still proven right, as that spell shielding of that Dark Binding was what they needed to extend that play. Now Impa, he's going to keep doing his best to try and harass Harsmed, keep waiting for that Ghost to come back up again before we see him really try and take it to the Lilia once again, but... It's going okay. He's feeling quite confident. He's got 1 kill under his belt. A solo kill compared to the assisted kill. BJ needs his jungler. Harsmed needs his jungler. Clearly the lesser top laner. But
I mean, he got the counter kill, so it's definitely true. He's not doing as well as Nagi has been doing on this champion. I think we can say that for sure. So they just dropped the Herald for a little bit of instant gold. But here we have another gank. If it's not the jungler, maybe it's the mid laner instead. And Froggy has arrived. And he's trying to dodge, but he's playing against Lilia. She has unbelievable amounts of speed. And there we go. Another kill funnel. And on the other side, DNK is trying to chase. And this Vice in no man's land. Can she get back to her tower? There's no way for her to go. That's 1-for-1 on the map. Kill over to top and mid laners. So both of these teams looking for action all across the globe.
Yeah, just getting up there, trying to make things happen, and then, but SBTC, other side, cross-mapping very nicely, moving as a unit into the enemy jungle, finding pretty much 2 picks. They could only convert the 1, but they're able to very much buy this good space, make sure, bring some gold back onto the pockets of everyone. And we see there, Black Shield interrupting that, cease and desist, I believe is what it's called now. I still keep wanting to use the old names. Changed those a while ago, but yeah. And then
it actually kind of looked like BJ just... BJ, I think, could have just walked away from that fight. He baited himself into committing. I feel like Taki could have spider-naughted another time to his tower, and BJ was actually on the bottom side of the fight with the initial charm not landing. He could have just walked away. So maybe baiting himself into overcommitting there. As Harsmed has now completed his first item. Oh, we have another kill off camera. What is going on? This corpse is right under the tower.
DO1 is making things happen on the map, getting everywhere in this bot side, taking out Shogun again. Now Wukong on the top side. We're probably going to get this replay cut short. And yeah, they bait the tower. They flash it. Spell shield must have already been used, just on cooldown. I don't know. I don't know. It feels like that should have been an easy block on the charm, but it must not have been available.
It was hard to see. You have to consider his vision range is definitely not the same as ours, right? So he did only see the very last little bits of that charm, I believe. So maybe he was focused on resetting his attacks for the tower. A little unfortunate for Shogun. Might have died anyway, to be honest, because he was very overextended with only a Nautilus as his backup plan. We have another objective going over to SGB. So SGB still very focused on the neutral objectives here in this game. Losing some towers and losing in gold and kills, but still playing the objective game and the long con, maybe.
If they can turn this Rift Tower into a broken mid tower, that should really opens up the map for them. What?
There he goes. The tower is still alive. They need to be careful. They kill the tower, but now Enper overextended. The spell shield comes in. Palad lost his mind. But everyone is here now. This is a huge scrap. There's DNK on Shogun, but Shogun trying to run away. D1 here as well. Oh my god, everyone is dying. Shogun with a double kill out of nowhere, and Froggy just needs to get away. Very good cleanse, but DNK is still trying to chase. This is a complete disaster. Everyone is down. But in the end, I feel like both teams can walk away rather happy.
I mean, SGB got the objective, but SBTC absolutely cleaned up the fight. It looked like absolute madness, but the 4-man Soul Shackles brought it together. And if they can put the Dragon to cap this off, it's really good for SBTC. They're feeling really happy right now, evening up the Dragons, getting that lead, finally breaking it open, and gold onto Dia, gold onto Enpa. We just see it starts off with a nice wraparound from Taki as called out, and there's just so much CC. Poor Celebrity cannot do a damn thing. And it looks like madness from Paulette, but he's got the stopwatch. He gets a huge Soul Shackles. It separates the whole fight and gives gives this top side of SBTC time to just get in there and clean it up. It's really nice, really fantastic. Cleanse forced at the end there by that charm. Dragon on top of it. Yeah,
I think they got the 3 kills. Shogun for 2. Oh, okay.
4 for 2. Yeah, I mean, the bot lane died for SBTC, and yeah, huge big one.
2. Yeah, okay, then it's actually an advantageous fight probably for SBTC. They also finally broke that streak of neutral objectives, so we're looking at a Hextech Soul very far away, but now that individual dragons are buffed, Hextech Dragon is my favorite. Whenever I play the game, I look at Hextech Dragons, I look at 9 ability haste and 9 attack speed, 9% attack speed I should say, and I just love this dragon. It's useful in almost anything I play.
I like my 14% out of combat movement speed.
It's pretty good too.
It's pretty big.
That's very fair. Yeah.
They buff the numbers a lot.
Yeah, the individual dragons really feel nice now, so it's a little bit of a bigger objective now. Let's see which of the two teams can establish a little bit of a lead in the next 5 minutes, or 3.5 minutes, I should say, rather, for the next Hextech Dragon. We have some items trickling in. Marby, can you walk me through your favorite purchases so far in this game? Oh, never mind.
That's really unfortunate timing, because I was about to say happy Nightmare noises looking at that soul that soul stealer that's coming through. That's really that's a nice pickup. When you're 4-0, sucks to lose them all instantly. Overall, yeah,
that's actually now a huge misinvestment, no? Because you spent so much gold to upgrade this item, and it's really not cost effective on 0 stacks. That is so unfortunate.
Yeah, at 0 stacks is not much, but yeah, this CC chain, we saw it as Celebrity earlier. There's just nothing you can do.
There we go again. Hasmet trying to run away. Enper on the chase. Oh my god, Hasmet! You have so much movement speed! Step to the side! No, it's hard. To be fair to him, it's really hard. I mean, that's kind of all Lilia does, walk away.
That's it, yeah. They're going to get a tower and that pick, so nice clap back from the side of SGB. Weaver's Wall coming in.
Ooh, the combination is so nice, and now Shogun. Unfortunately, Celebrity is the best ADC when it comes to playing against walls, because walls actually make him stronger, so he just jumps over there, surfs away, and everyone just surfing around the rift. SE seems to be coming out with a little bit of an advantage in terms of map positioning, as they secure top tower. Last game, they fell into a little bit of a weird mid lane defense fault, because, yeah, they just lost the mid lane. It happens again, so now very open mid lane for SGB. This could be big for the next Dragons coming up, and even Baron to a certain extent.
Yeah, I mean, you've got the Sivir as well, so you can just hard shove these waves right up to inhibitor pretty easily. And now, okay, DNK looking for something. They're trying to SBTC were trying to trade on the other side of the map, and I mean they got the tower, but it wasn't. It's not really much. This could be something.
He is pretty low from the tower. They are trying to go for it. There's the TP. They really want this, and this Black Shield was too late. No, not on Celebrity 2. He flashes away, trying to surf away, but probably out of the fight. On the other side, BJ full tank. just walking away. It's still going. Taki's trying to re-engage. Hasmet also just jumping around on the edges. That's one kill. DNK getting lower and lower. Celebrity doesn't have flash. BJ back in here. Shogun is out though, and Froggy. Everyone just chasing on no HP whatsoever. But Hasmet, he is Lilia. He has so much movement speed. He can extend the fight. Look at the healing too. It's on the knife's edge. Palette, nope. Oh, that's big, because Hasmet can still chase DNK, and that's a wipe. A team wipe out of nowhere from Saigon Buffalo. What a nice, deliberate setup, and Palette with a huge misplay of using that Black Shield way too early and on himself.
Massive flop. Didn't block the initial hook, and then brought it in late, but the follow-up just walked straight past it onto Celebrity. Okay, Emperor. There are a lot of low health bars.
He has seen those montages, but he's not actually going for it. No ultimate, no ghost. He can't really deal the damage. But look at this again. Taki, he was on a ward, but this is still unexpected for him.
Half a second too late, and that means nothing left for Celebrity. And then from here, Hasmed pretty much redeeming himself from these shocking lane performances, able to actually come alive in the team fight, completely winning the top half by himself. Shogun scraping away, but with the bare minimum, it feels almost unlucky. And then Taki, he reads it, he keeps DO1 ready and keeps him completely out. I think takes him down himself with that ignite. Just Nautilus damage too good.
Nice.
Can't keep him
out.
See that. And from there, it's just and the fight won by Nagia, and Taki makes sure it's an ace on the back.
This teamfight is something we might have to revisit for some of the playoff analysis, because that was such an interesting thing to watch. It was very far from a standard front-to-back teamfight. Everyone had to make so many split-second decisions, and I think we saw a glimpse of why Saigon Buffalo always gets so much hype for their team fighting, because this was really far from standard, far from a set-up teamfight. They had to adapt multiple times, and they just looked like they were much, much better in that kind of testing situation than SBTC, who kind of just lost track of where to go. Also very hard champions to deal with. They focused BJ, but BJ is a full tank Vi. He doesn't deal any damage. He has one button and then he's out of the fight.
Yeah.
So maybe
I don't love that. I do still think to find Sundra at the very least is kind of important for the Vi to be at least something resembling damage. But I mean, we saw it a little bit in the fight towards the end there. Lilia is one of the most obnoxious champions in the game for Zeri, who doesn't get the tracking auto attacks. And the fact she just runs away from your burst fire, absolute insanity. Just absolute nuisance is that deer. Gets a small chicken. These team fights are just going to be so hard for SBTC to really try and navigate unless they get great bindings, good soul shackle setups to disorient what SGB wants to do. And SBTC, they kind of don't want to play the front to back. I mean, no one wants to play front to backs really. They don't want to play team fights, is what I want to say. They don't want to take even numbered fights. They want to try and find the picks first, get a good charm, get a good dark binding down.
I want to go back to the Ari point we kind of touched on at the start of the game, because he had an amazing game, right? There was really no reason to blame him for the Ari pick, but now it seems to come back to bite them, because the Ari really can't teamfight into this composition. Sivir is really good into Ari, Nautilus kind of, okay, Froggy wants blood. But yeah, that's just, he can experiment with that. Back to the Ari point, she just feels a little bit out of place, especially against Talia. She can't really dive into the backline, and then what does she really provide, right? So, I don't know. The Ari pick still confuses me a little bit.
Yeah, just, it's a good, if it had kept
that's huge, Lilia. Engage. Can they get on top of them? This is risky. They're very far overextended. Celebrity and build up the stacks if you can. So Saigon Buffalo might be wise to disengage here. Yeah, not continuing to chase.
The laser is big, but BJ just, even though the pretty much overextends, is just too tanky. DNK.
Look at that! Froggy actually shoving him away, completely shutting off the engage from DNK. But they still are on the hunt. This is now super dangerous. Palette's shield is down. This opens up a whole lot of opportunities to go on Celebrity. His flash is down for a few seconds, I think, so this was a very, very slim opportunity to go for it, but instead Saigon Buffalo play it safe. They know they can just scale for the Dragons and probably the Barons. They have so much control on the top side of the game, the map, I should say. They are not going to risk their playoff chances on something like 2 seconds on a flash timer.
Absolutely not. They just have so much control. They own the fights. It's so hard for anyone of SBTC to get in. DNK needs to dash to start off his engage. DL1 needs to dash to find the charms. And if a good minefield placement by Froggy can shut that down, Taki in the right position can shut that down. It's so difficult. They needed to keep that snowball going, but those small picks brought SGB right back into it. And now the composition that SBTC has is really working against them in terms of getting back into the game and trying to piece it together. If you had a standard front to back fight, you still have a pretty good chance. The lead is nowhere near insurmountable, it feels like. But
yeah, and Celebrity just completed his IE. I think Celebrity is now in full carry mode. He has both summoners available, and he just completed his third item. The IE is here. He's still faced with a lot of armor in the enemy team, a lot of weird movement coming in from Hasmed and BJ and so on. A lot of lockdown he has to consider, and then also the Talia field he can't jump through. But if he's able to walk on the outskirts of the fight and just stack up his passive, maybe he can be the savior in this team. Because with Black Shield, with Flash, with Ghost, it's a pretty scary Zeri.
Yeah, and you're just at that, and then you're just kind of hoping that Emperor can buy the space you want in the backline of SGB with this Gwen, and he's put up some pretty impressive showings so far this game. Can definitely continue to do that. But Dragon is up. Gonna be the third one for SGB. No contest makes a lot of sense. If they're not quite in position to try and do a response Baron, but they
that
do
was
have
a pretty bad fumble from SBTC. They wanted to go for the surprise Baron. Oh, the engage from SGB is here. That's the clone, though. They still got him DNK and Celebrity now stacking up his stacks. BJ needs to disengage. BJ needs to run. Froggy trying to buy some time. Oh, Celebrity. On the other side, we have Anpa going down. Palette is in no man's land. He's just completely confused where to go. Celebrity is losing stacks. He needs to fire. He needs to actually overextend, but now he has to flash away. This is the fight probably being won by SGB, as Celebrity now has to disengage, and Saigon Buffalo still on the move. Hasmed is invincible right now, and this Lily he can do whatever he wants. One more kill, and it's probably Baron might be enough to kill to get the game. But Saigon Buffalo play it safe once again.
SBTC scatter and can't quite piece it together. Goodbye DNK. Does this continue? Harsman just trying to run down Dia. Shouldn't be able to get beyond the tower.
Look at him. He is exhausted, by the way. Still running around with 500 movement speed. Palette just using his ultimate instantly. Hasmed should be able to run away from that, but he still has his flash. There it is. He's trying to go for Dia. Dia forced to Zonya's, and Froggy's on his way.
Oh my god!
Hasmed is smurfing on the whole game. Hasmed, can he get away? No, that's a big shutdown over to Zeri. But in the meantime, Baron is going down. Hasmed is just putting on a show. We flamed him a bit in the early game because it was definitely not Nagia kind of laning phase, but he does know how to play this champion in the late game, and no one knows what to do against the super fed Hasmed, who's just running up to them and taunting them, honestly, for 90% of the time. It's a tanky build from the side of Lilia, but enough damage still to kill absolutely everyone.
The lane needs work, but SBTC have no answer. Celebrity has such a hard time getting it in. The pixel perfect flash as well to avoid the dark bindings and charms and all that. Just fantastic play from the side of the Lilia. Really well put together. It's running these team fights perfectly. 6-4. Not the most impressive flashy scoreline. You want to show your parents that report card, but it's good. It's looking good. It's looking absolutely fine. And
sometimes
that's
it's
what they
not in
need.
the sets.
And
sometimes it's definitely not in the stats.
Yeah, and to be fair, you can almost say the same thing a lot about Emperor in a lot of games. He buys so much space, he buys so much time. He often ends up getting pretty big death scores, but he does so much work for the team, and Harsman is pretty much doing the exact same in this one. Feeling like he's putting down a lot more having a lot more presence, a lot more pressure with his 4 deaths than the single death he had in that second game.
Well, PJ is locked down for ages, but he's so tanky, he's just chilling. No problem whatsoever. This Vi is a full tank. There comes the nice zoning ultimate, as they just get the inhibitor for free. Hasmet is just wreaking havoc on the left side of the field. And at this point, SBTC needs to find a way to fight, because it's getting harder and harder to get into this. 1 minute 40 seconds till the soul, and that soul is probably game as well. Oh, Dia1. That's a good Zhonya's. Dia1. This could be a good counter engage. DNK is trying to go for the most elaborate flank of all time, but SGB just focuses the inhibitors, spams the Teemo, and runs away.
I get the desire, the brain function that makes you go, I need to get a really big wraparound, because that Unraveled Earth is such a low cooldown that he just throws it in your direction and you're entirely cut off. Here comes the teleport. This is it. Final chance. Here comes Emperor.
And Emperor together. Oh, but they just engaged on the other side. Celebrity, that's the Black Shield down. That's a 5-man ultimate, and now that's... Oh, so many knockups. Can Celebrity deal the damage? He is trying. He's half HP. SBTC is definitely winning this fight, but Hasmet still has a lot of potential. 45 seconds to the Dragon. I don't think... Ooh, if Celebrity can lock down these 2 kills... Oh, Celebrity! Oh, so risky. Hasmet needs to stay alive, though. Oh, he gets Celebrity through his passive, and now this Lilia is rampaging through them. That's the Conqueror stacked. If he can dodge all the skill shots, he can kill absolutely everyone. No, he can't dodge the... Oh, this is so dangerous. Everyone gets going so low. But Shogun out of nowhere, and SGB won the fight. Mabi, how?
That's out even, and Wallet, I guess. A little bit of Wallet, a little bit of Hasmet. It's just too damn fast for skill shot champions. And by the time the charm lands, the mana's running out, the cooldowns aren't aligned, he can't convert. But it's such a good setup. This is about as good as SPTC can ever hope for. So much AoE damage tearing through this team. And then, yeah, you can take your win here, but they feel they need to push more. They know Shogun's so low. If that Ultra Shock laser lands, it's so close. And then the Krugs are just playing bodyguard. They may have found BJ. Actually, they found DNK. This guy is in no man's land. Yeah. Now the booty squads arrived.
Yeah, but they don't really want to fight, they just want to secure the soul, because may I introduce Hasmet on full item Lilia with Hextech Soul? That sounds like something you can kite away from, right?
I hate it. Ricochet with bounce with the thing as well.
Here with another big engage, but Dia1 might die instantly. DNK doesn't bring the damage, and BJ still the tank. Yeah. He's just walking away every time. Hasmet might have overextended, but Shogun has finally arrived, and they are ready to fight. Look at this damage. DNK getting lower and lower. Where's Celebrity? We need Celebrity's damage, but he's just not dealing it. Where's Celebrity going?
The tower's doing the job.
In the fight. And Shogun is just killing absolutely everyone. BJ lost his mind, but almost carried that fight into Celebrity death.
Dia1's come back, though. No Spirit Rush quite yet. Can't quite join in, so it's gonna fizzle out. But Emperor saving that fight under the tower. Bit of a miscommunication. Bit of a lapse of certainty. Just nervousness coming out from the side of Celebrity. Did not feel confident to step up. Means that in the end, it's gonna be safe. But they could have almost gotten the wipe there. In the end, they hold against the Hextech Soul. And SPTC are definitely putting up a fight worthy of their position at the current second place, just about third place. But SGB, they want that title back. They want to get back into the top ranks of the VCS. And from here, this huge lilting lullaby, it looks so good. It looks like it's just going to be a nice cleanup. But they go onto Emperor under tower. A good Ultra Shock laser does do a lot of the damage, but the AoE is too much.
Picture. It's going on again. VCS action never stops. We want to contest the Baron, of course. Saigon Buffalo with Soul, 2 inhibitors, and Baron would probably just be enough to brute force their way through top side. DNK is way too far away. That's Baron over to SGB. Now just go top lane. Yeah, the pinks are coming in. Top lane is the target. They want to secure their player spot. One more win would do a huge amount for them. Also actually helps Team Wales to catch SBTC, if not Saigon Buffalo. Remember, Hunk actually predicted Saigon Buffalo and Wales to make playoffs over SBTC. And SBTC is starting with 2 serious advantage, but they might be reduced to just 1 in a few seconds as the final push might have started.
Yeah, Weaver's Wall comes in, but DNK gets red. Red like a book.
DR1. Whoa, DNK and DR1 completely separated. Oh, Emperor is also on the chase alone. What is going on? Hasmet on the other side. It's so confusing for SBTC to find a way to fight. If Emperor dies, they can probably just walk it in. Yeah, there he goes. That's Shogun now with another kill, and Hasmet isn't even close to dying, so that's a man advantage on the top side. 2 people down for the side of SBTC. Can they make a final stand? Celebrity has to try everything here, but I don't think he has the damage. He's half HP. Oh, the flash. He has to go back to base. Oh, will he go down to his GA? No, he's still alive, but he's not even close to fighting. He needs to fight, but the Nexus is going down. Celebrity just on this Zeri, not able to really be the team fighter everyone expected to be. Really hard composition to fight into, though.
So much, yeah, so hard to really step up against this Lilia, against